Hello everybody, welcome to Sim Race TV. Tonight, the Sim Addicts Modified Monday series here live at USA International Speedway for race number 5. And I'm telling you what, I need to look at the points of these things. Might be able to give you an update on the points here coming up here soon. We'll take a look at them. But this is going to be a good one here at USA International. These guys are out there running around. And gals, if any gals is out there. Daryl Brumfield, Jared Murphy, and all you guys on Twitch and YouTube. Thanks for watching. Pleb Racing back one more time. That's right. Modified Mondays with the Sim Addicts. It's race number 5. And there's only 2.5 minutes left here in practice. And Hayden Cardwell's the fastest one on the track right now. His fast lap is a 22.331, just a tick faster than Jacob Fields. Jacob Fields out on the racetrack right now. This 007 machine, 22.347, only 16 hundredths of a second slower there than Hayden Cardwell. And then Matthew Everts, the number 06 machine, he's third on the leaderboard. Not on the track right now, but you see him down there on pit road. He threw down a 22.414, just 83 hundredths off of our fastest time out there. So these guys are getting these things all wound up, and I'm getting pretty wound up about this one. It's race number 5. We're gonna have heat races where the top 3 will transfer. And a lot of drivers out here this week. Good to see everybody back. 48 cars showed up for this one. So get what you need. So we got a race coming to you here from USA International Speedway. And of course, I'm Jay Weezy. What's up, Brandon? Hey, man, been doing good. How you been, man? Long time no see. Just watching these drivers out there on the racetrack, wondering what the track temp is. Let's see. What's the track temperature out here? What's the weather for tonight at USA? It looks like 85, 92 track temp. The wind's coming out of west at 6 miles per hour, so any ideas on how that's going to affect the track? Let me know. I have no idea what the temperature does to these dirt tracks. So any info on that would be great. And while we got about 40 seconds left here in practice before we switch over to qualifying, we're going to take a look at the points. If I can. Why not have those points? Guess I don't have them. Well, maybe somebody out there can let us know who the points leader is coming into the race tonight. So Jeremy, if you're watching, Jared Murphy, any of you guys out there that have any idea who the points leader is, it would be good information for me and the viewers. So let us know. Practice is over. We're moving on to the next session of this one, qualifying. There's Jeremy. Who's the points leader, boss? Tell us who the points leader is. All right, they're out there on the track now. Jonathan Smith is one of them. He's out there getting ready to throw down a lap time. The number 23 machine. Well, let's watch him as he makes his way around this paperclip style dirt track here at USA. Coming off of turn number 4 for his first lap. Not going to get a time on that one, but let's see who's leading the Jarrett Murphy's on top right now. We'll go with that. The 25 machine with a 22.701. That's the time to beat right now. Jarrett Murphy is the leader right now. David Sutton, the number 97, a 22.763. David Sutton just wrapped up Shad Prescott out there. The 41 machine, no stranger to victory lane here. Joshua Hessen just took over the number 1 spot with a 22.695. The only driver to make it into the 6s so far, but we still got a lot of cars left out there qualifying. It's like we got climber time out there with us tonight. The 420 machine doing some circles on the racetrack. Scotty Gerbanski out there, the 00, 22.948, his fast lap. Clay Devin moves up into second in the 84 machine, 22.696. Only 1,000th separates first and second. Jordan Casey, his a 5. Maybe waiting a little bit longer is helping out there. The 442 machine, he just wrapped up his qualifying run. And wow. 5. He threw down a 5 on these guys. They got 2.5 minutes left, so it's not over just yet. Thomas Coggins out on the racetrack right now. The 88, we just missed these guys. Jason Minot just threw down a 733. Hayden Cardwell moves up to second with a 583. Not enough to knock off Jordan Casey in the 442 machine. Jordan Casey still got a 522 on the board. Jason Minot, let's see where Jason's at. Oh, he just wrapped his up. JD Brown makes a lap. The 14 machine puts him in 9th with a 744. Who else we got? Jack Clevenger's out there. Let's take a look. Number 2 machine of Jack Clevenger. Let's catch Blake Cannon. He waited till the last 2 minutes to head out on the racetrack. Here he comes for his first lap. Blake Cannon, the number 44. Everybody knows who this guy is and did not throw down a lap. Blake Cannon known to start in the back, come up through the field and walk away with the win, so he'll race his way in. Probably no problems there for Blake Cannon. Don't mind starting in the back, I'm sure. I ran the NIS race with Blake the other day, actually. But Hayden Cardwell, JD Brown, Shad Prescott, and Shane James. We've had 4 different winners in 4 races. Blake Cannon does throw down a lap, about a second off pace. Looks like trying to run it a little bit slower to start further back in the pack. Maybe catch one of the higher heat race splits and try to dominate that thing. Jordan Casey still the leader here in qualifying as we're approaching under 20 seconds in this session. And Jordan Casey, I'm pretty sure he's got it. Kendall Tucker showed up. The number 34 machine's out there. He shows up for this one for race number 5 as qualifying is over. And Jordan Casey, the 442 machine, puts it on pole here for race number 5 at USA International Speedway for the Sim Addicts Modified Monday Series, Outlaw Modified Mondays. What's up, Tony? I'm looking to see who the points leader is. Nobody knows. All right, that's cool. We had 4 different winners, 4 different races, so it's kind of hard to tell who the points leader is. If I had to guess, it'd be, I don't know, JD Brown. You know I like to pick that guy. The 442 is going to be starting on the pole here for heat race number 1. Jarrett Murphy is going to be alongside him there in that first row. Second row is going to go to the 97 of David Sutton. And on his outside, the 27 machine of Tim Christensen. third row to the inside. That's going to be David Clymer. They call him Clymer Time. And on the outside, it's going to be Wes Gwaltney, the number 81 machine. Fourth row goes to Zach DeLong, and the 21 of Fry. Going to be on the outside there. Fifth row is going to be Michael Clay, Alexander Bellucci. That's a cool name here. Let's cut that. Get ready for this one because they're getting set to go green out here for heat race number 1. Jordan Casey on the pole for race number 5 here. Jordan Casey knows how to throw down a whopper, that's for sure. Not from Burger King, but all right, let's check something out real quick. Look at little adjustments before this race gets started here. Jordan Casey sitting behind the wheel waiting to get this thing underway. On board we're here with Jarrett Murphy starting outside front row. Right behind him you see David Sutton. Tim Christensen pulls up right to the back bumper there as they make their way down the back stretch. The pace truck's about to pull off onto the pits. And the 06 machine of Jordan Casey is going to have the track all to himself to throw the hammer down here. The green flag is out. Heat race number 1 is underway, and Jordan Casey wastes no time. Gets a great start there. A little bobble. Tim Christensen and David Sutton make a little bit of contact. No problems there as the 81 of Wes Gwaltney loses his connection there. Watching a little bit further back, the 33 machine and the 21 of Fry get together just a little bit, but we got a battle going on up here. David Clymer moves up into the number 3 spot. David Sutton there in 4th. The top 3 will transfer. Only 3 cars will lock themselves in, and right now it looks like Jordan Casey, Jarrett Murphy, and David Sutton. But right here we got Wes Gwaltney. Just made a move there on David Clymer. Takes over that number 4 spot. Wes Gwaltney on a tear right now, trying to move up into the top 3 and lock himself in. Top 3, the ones in white above the cutoff line are the ones that will advance. All the other ones gonna have to fight in a B and C and a D main. And Gwaltney and Clymer make contact there, and that sends Gwaltney around in front of another driver, but no cautions here in this heat race as the number 442 of Jordan Casey leads another lap. Halfway done with this one. Jarrett Murphy still looking good there in the number 2 spot, the 25 machine there. He's got David Sutton in 3rd behind him, and here comes David Clymer. Clymer time is on a rail right here. David Sutton using the bottom along with the 27 of Tim Christensen. All of these drivers running that low line, but none of them all right, sorry about that. The 97 of David Sutton is holding off David Clymer here. As far as it's going on here, 2 laps to go when Jordan crosses the start-finish line this time by. You see the distance between David Clymer and David Sutton. Clymer time, they're about 3 car lengths back as they come off of turn number 2. The white flag's going to be out for that 442 machine of David Sutton. Jarrett Murphy, I'm sorry, the 442 of Jordan Casey. Then we got Jarrett Murphy and David Sutton that will advance if it plays out like it is right now. David Clymer still moving in on the back bumper. Here comes Tim Christensen to the bottom, trying to make a move on Clymer. Gets a little bit of a bobble there, loses some momentum. And that's going to do it for heat race number 1. It's going to be this man. The 442 machine of Jordan Casey walks away with the win for our first heat race of the night. Jared Murphy and David Sutton will advance to the 50-lap main event coming up here later on after all this madness is over. David Clymer is the first one below that cutoff line on that last race, so him and Tim Christensen, along with Wes Gwaltney, which had some trouble there. Looks like the 420 machine and the 81 made a little bit of contact. Let's take a look at our starting grid here for heat race number 2, which is about to be set in just a second here, and it's going to be the number 07 of Hayden Cardwell starting on the pole, with the 007 of Jacob Fields starting alongside him. So we got Bad Racing and Elite 7 there side by side. Second row is going to be the 28 of Trevor Fitz D1 RT machine. He's going to have another D1 RT machine alongside him there on the outside in that second row. The 919 of Dylan Fox. Third row is going to be Jed Barton, another D1 RT machine. The 115 starting inside. Alongside him is Chris Miller in the 56. Not quite sure what his team is. I'm still getting familiar with these drivers. Fourth row is Brennan Lacey in the 714. Chris Cox outside of him in that fourth row, the 515 machine. And last but not least, right there's the 770 of Devin Butts. And Scotty Edwards in the 74 machine was supposed to be out here for this one, but did not make the grid. So Scotty Edwards not there tonight for heat race number 2. Up front, Hayden Cardwell and Jacob Fields. That's going to be a good one here. These two drivers going to go at it here at USA International heat race number 2. And don't forget, on your left side of your screen, the ones in white are locked into the main. If they finish that way, that is live timing up there, so they will switch as they make passes on each other. You'll see that flipping around here. Green flag about to come out. Hayden Cardwell throws it down. Great start by all these drivers as they come down the backstretch. Hayden Cardwell gets out front of Jacob Fields, leaves Jacob there to battle with the 28 of Trevor Fitz there. Those two drivers still side by side, Trevor Fitz and Jacob Fields, battling for that number 2 spot. Both of those drivers are above the cutoff line. Dylan Fox is the one on the outside looking in, trying to get a number 3 spot here. Fields along the outside. The D1 RT machines down on the bottom. Dylan Fox in the pink and white D1 RT machine. Single file right now, it's Hayden Cardwell, Trevor Fitz, Dylan Fox. Fox and Fields still going at it. You see that switch up right there. One's out and one's in. Let's get a better look at this battle. The 28 of Trevor Fitz moves up on the back of Hayden Cardwell. As soon as he makes that mistake. Oh, contact, just a little bit of contact on entry, sends the 07 of Hayden Cardwell up into the wall. Now he's battling for the number 2 spot with Jacob Fields. Trevor Fitz, your new leader, slides across the nose of that Elite 7 number 007 there, Jacob Fields. We got a race going on, boys. We need to watch this one. Hayden Cardwell trying to get back up to the back of that 28 machine. He might repay the favor there. So we seen him hit hard inside the wall, on the outside wall. Trevor Fitz able to keep it out in front for now. White flag's out one more time around. Can Trevor Fitz hold on to this one for one more lap? Or will Hayden Cardwell get that #1 spot back? Jacob Fields running in third, looking good there in that last transfer spot. A little bit of contact there coming off of turn number 4, but that's going to do it for heat race number 2. It's going to go to the driver of the 28 machine, Trevor Fitz, as he does a celebratory donut along the backstretch there for his win. Hayden Cardwell and Jacob Fields will move on. And so will we, right to heat race number 2, or 3. Heat race number 3. That was a battle right there. I know you was watching that one. Just a heat race though. See, we got a lot more than that coming up here. That 50-lap main event will be one to look out for. All right, let's do it. The driver starting on the pole of this one, the number 34 machine of Kendall Tucker, 06 sitting on the pole of this one. Thomas Coggins on his outside there, the 88 machine. Second row to the inside, the number 9, Bryson Daffrin, another bad motorsports driver. On the outside of Bryson, we got the 44 of Blake Cannon, 06 machine right there. Third row to the inside, Nick Daffern in that 96. Bad racing, bad motorsports, whatever it is. On his outside, it's going to be the 027 of Bo DeYoung. Last in the field, the number 23 of Jonathan Smith. Well, supposed to be Andy Jones, the number 911 car. Sean Bowers in the 199. And the 89 of Danny Lawson. Looks like they're not going to make the field tonight here for heat race number 3. So it's going to be on Kendall Tucker here when they come down the backstretch and the pace car clears the racing surface. And he'll be the one to send them down slideways into turn number 1. Green flag. Thomas Coggins gets a good run off at turn number 2, pulls up to the outside of that 34 machine, but now that's all Kendall Tucker needed was a little bit of space, and he's going to try to separate himself. The 88 and the 9 get hooked up together. That's Coggins and Daffern. It upsets their entry into turn number 1. Here comes the number 9 battling back there. The 44, Blake Cannon, takes over the number 2 spot right now. Right now it's Tucker, Cannon, and Coggins, the top 3. Looking at this battle a little bit further back, Bryson Daffern in the 23 machine of Jonathan Smith. They're having it out for the number 5 spot. Up front, Kendall Tucker has checked out there. He has about a 1 second lead over the 44 machine of Blake Cannon. You see them dive down into turn number 3. A little bit of contact. They jerk, and it's gonna, I Thought Thomas Coggins might have had him out on that one. He's going to make it here. Almost 3 wide coming off of turn number 2. Blake Cannon on the outside. Thomas Coggins to the inside. And the 96 machine of Nick Daffern looking to stick his nose in there somewhere. Makes a little bit of contact on exit there. The 96 does. It messes up his exit. It's going to leave these two still battling side by side. Coggins pushes up the track just a little bit. Here comes the 44 of Blake Cannon. The 06 machine, super fast. Going to try to use the high side there around turns number 3 and 4. That's going to allow TJ Coggins to open up a little bit of a lead as we approach 3 to go. Kendall Tucker still your race leader by a long shot. Coggins and Cannon locked in, as well as Kendall Tucker. This time by for Kendall Tucker. He is riding all by himself. Let's take a look out of the back. Nobody in sight as he leads this one around, and then here you see him come off of the corner there a little bit late. Nobody around Kendall Tucker as he is just making laps at this point, counting them off. Coggins doing everything he can to stay out in front of that 44 of Cannon. Cannon using a different line than that 88 machine of Coggins. Coggins down on the bottom, Cannon up top. He's losing a little bit of ground doing that in the 44 machine, and we got a battle side by side. The 96 of Nick Daffern and Bryson Daffern were battling for the number 4 spot, but it's going to be Kendall Tucker with the win. Thomas Coggins and Blake Cannon will advance to the 50-lap feature race here tonight for the Sim Addicts Modified Mondays series. And you hear those cars, man, those cars sound so good. Man. Patrick, you're watching the Sim Addicts Modified Mondays series here at USA International Speedway. Modifieds at USA is what it is. We're doing some dirt racing tonight, getting dirty here on Sim Race TV. And we're about to take you through the starting grid here for heat race number 4. And it's going to be the 118 machine of Joshua Hessen on the pole of this one. He's going to have the HRE Motorsports number 114 of Jason Minot alongside him in that first row. Second row is going to be the 41 of Shad Prescott. On the outside of Shad Prescott, we got the 331 of Dustin Hall, the bad racing machine. Third row inside is the number 2 of Jack Clevenger. On the outside of Jack Clevenger, this is the 141 of Matt Kerperian. There we go. Kerperian. Fourth row, the 18 of Jeremy Freeman. On the outside of Jeremy, the 24 of Dylan Hutchinson. Last time around for these modifieds before they go green flag racing. Top 3 transfer to the main event as they dive down into turn number 3. The pace truck is going to pull off on the pit road, and it's going to be on the 118 of Joshua Hessen. He's going to send them sliding down into turn number 1 at 100, and let's see how fast they get up to. 112, 20, 121. I see. Oh, almost some contact there. Shad Prescott gets it under control. The 41 machine. He had a victory this season in the 41 machine at LIMALAND. Shad Prescott did. That was the race number 3. It was, yeah, race number 3. The 114, Jason Minot using the bottom. So right now, he's your race leader. The 118 of Joshua Hessen is up a little bit higher on the racetrack as they go 3 wide there. Almost causes some trouble between Shad, Prescott, and Dustin Hall. The bad racing number 331 gets a short into that one, drops back to 5th as Matt Kerperine moves up into 4th. Everything's working out for the 114 of Jason Minot as he leads another lap here. Shad Prescott holding on to the number 2 spot. The 141, he threw it down in there, Matt Kerperine. And we had a little bit of trouble further back, but these guys got it under control. Dylan Hutchison, oh, the number 2 in the wall hard. That's Jack Clevenger. Shad Prescott trying to run down this 114 of Jason Minot. Running out of time halfway through this one already. Top 2 just logging laps right now. Shad Prescott pulls right up to the inside of the 114, looking to steal away the win for heat race number 4 from Jason Minot. Jason Minot got it from Joshua Hessen. Joshua still locked in though. He's running in that number 3 spot. He better hang on to it though, because Dustin Hall looking to take over that number 3. All right, if he does it this time, we got a battle for the lead. It'll be the third week in a row that Dustin Hall snuck up into the top 3 and stole a transfer spot. Believe he's gonna have trouble doing it, trying to get that spot from Joshua Hessen. Not an easy task as Shad Prescott pulls away from Jason Minot after taking the lead. Late into this one, the white flag did come out for the 41 machine, so he's gonna make one more time around before he takes home the checkered flag here for heat race number 4. As he comes off of turn number 4, no trouble in his mirror. Jason Minot just let it slip away, and Shad Prescott picks up the win here for heat race number 4. Jason Minot, Joshua Hessen will be locked in to the 50-lapper coming up here. I believe we have another heat race coming up, which will be heat race number 5. 48 drivers showed up for this event here tonight, but only 20 cars will make the main. That means 28 cars will go home. That's right. 28 cars will go home. Wow. 28 cars are gonna go home. Man, this is gonna be tough. 50 laps coming up will be nothing but the best out here for the Sim Addicts Modified Monday series. As they pull off, we'll go through our starting grid here for heat race number 5. On the pole, it's going to be the 84 machine of Clay Devin. JD Brown's going to be on his outside, that bad racing number 14 machine. Second row on the inside of this one's going to be the 06 of Matthew Everts. And on the outside of Matt, we're going to have the 00 of Scotty Grabansky. Third row inside, the 93, Zane Yost. On the outside of that 93 machine, the number 17 of Justin Sick. Fourth row inside, the 116 of Brandon Franks. And on the outside of Brandon, we're going to have the 225 of Trevor Bitterling. It's going to round out the field here for heat race number 5 as we get set to go green. You guys get ready for this main coming up. After this, they'll have a D main where they'll take 5 to the C main, or C main will take 5. And then only 5 will transfer from the B to the A main. So they're gonna have to race their way into the B main just to get into the A main. None will transfer from the C to the A, only from the B to the 8, and the green flag is out for heat race number 5. And things are heating up pretty quick. JD Brown lost connection there for a second. Let's see, JD Brown sitting on the track. Oh no, I hate to see it for JD Brown. He's had such a good run this season. He's even got him a win at Charlotte, the dirt track at Charlotte, that is. So JD Brown not gonna be able to finish this one here in the number 14 Bad Racing Machine. Hopefully everything's okay with him, just a little technical difficulty or something. But Clay Devin out front of this one, leading laps in the 84 machine. The D1RT driver, Matthew Everett's running strong in the number 2 spot. Zane Yost holding down that 3rd position to round out the top 3 drivers that are locked in so far. Everybody running single file, about 2 or 3 car lengths between each other. Let's take a lap around with Zane Yost. Not much battling going on here in this one. Clay Devin leading laps is what's going on right now. The 84 D1RT machine taking control of this one. As they come off of turn number 4. Clay Devin leads another lap just past halfway mark. It's Clay Devin, Matthew Evers, and Zane Yost. Still nothing changed in the top 3. Coming to the white flag, Clay Devin. He will take that white flag. It means one more time around for the 84. Sliding off the corner one more time. The 84 machine of Clay Devin takes the checker flag here for heat race number 5. Matthew Everett and Zane Yost will transfer to the 50 lapper coming up. That's 15 cars. That leaves 5 to transfer from the B main. So we're gonna start off with some D mains, and we're gonna find out who can make it to the C and onto the B main and possibly lock themselves in to one of those top 5 spots to race for the last 5 cars to make it to the main. 15 cars locked in, taking 5 more. That means 28 cars are gonna go home here tonight. So tough field. Let's take a look at our starting grid here for the D main. Scotty Grabanski is gonna be starting on the pole here in this one. Alexander Balducci there in the 38 machine, starting outside that front row. On the inside in the second row is going to be the 515 of Chris Cox. On the outside of Chris Cox is supposed to be Andy Jones. Andy Jones not going to make the race, so that will move the 14 up into that second row. JD Brown. Dylan Hutchinson starting third row inside, and on the outside of Dylan, we're gonna have the 770 of Devin Butts. Fourth row inside, the 33 of Michael Clay. And last but not least, on his outside, the 81 of West Gwaltney is going to round out the field here. It's going to be 9 drivers. And the top 5 will advance to the B main, or the C main. Yeah. It'll take them to the C main, then they'll have to race to advance to the B main, where the B main will take 5. It's a little confusing. I try to help you out as much as possible. And if I'm wrong, hey, let me know. But that's how it works. I got it written down right here. Drivers getting set to go green. Coming off of turn 2, about to make that ride down the backstretch where all those thoughts go through your head. What do I do here if I'm Scotty Grabanski? When do I get on the throttle? Do I try to get a good jump? Do I want to stack the field up? What do I want to do? It's all on me. The 00 Scotty Grabanski is going to have the wheel and a free clear track in front of him to throw that thing slideways off into turn number 1, and the pace truck sets sail on the pit road, and Scotty Grabanski throws the hammer down, and we are green flag racing here for heat for the D main. A little bit of trouble in the back. They got it all sorted out. Chris Cox in the mix. Oh, Chris Cox gets into the wall just a little bit. See the 81 of West Gwaltney trying to ride up to the front of this one. He's already picked up 2 spots. A little bit of contact between the 24 of Hutchinson and the 38 of Balducci. They're right behind Chris Cox there, and you see the 81 of West Gwaltney. He just kind of pops up out of nowhere. Well, we got a race on our hands right here for that number 4 spot. Right now, the 38 of Alexander Balducci's holding on to it. Chris Cox just barely holding off these 3 drivers. Chris Cox running in 3rd right now. Oh, sorry. Top 5 this time. We'll transfer to the C main. We got trouble. The 81 of West Gwaltney gets caught up in that one, as well as Michael Clay in the 33 machine. Chris Cox sneaks his way through there. Dylan Hutchinson in that 24 machine trying to run down there. Trying to run down that 515 of Chris Cox. Our race leaders, J.D. Brown right here. 9 to go. It's going to be 8 now, I believe. 8 laps to go for J.D. Brown as he has stowed this one away. The bad racing number 14 machine way out front by 2 seconds over Scotty Grabanski. You see Grabanski right there. Right behind him is Chris Cox. The 24 machine of Dylan Hutchinson. And the 38 of Alexander Balducci there. And we got a little bit of battle going on right here. The 770 of Devin Butts and West Gwaltney. West throws it down in there. And luckily, a little bit of internet connection issue allows him to go right through the 770. Wow. West Gwaltney. We got another side-by-side battle right behind Chris Cox. These two going at it. Hutchinson and Balducci. The 24 of Hutchinson slides up out the groove there. The 38 just throws it down along the bottom side. Take over that number 4 spot. Four laps to go this time by. J.D. Brown, nobody around J.D. as we take a look out the back. Well, he throws it down into turn number 1. I mean, they are barely coming off of turn number 4. So he has a whole track advantage over Scotty Grabanski. JD Brown. I hear you, Holloway. JD had an issue in his heat race, wasn't able to compete, had to move to the D main and then the C main, and then he'll be off to the B main, but he's got a lot of work ahead of him. I hear you. There's some tire issue, some tire compound. He's got that good compound. Let's ride with him. White flag out. One more time around here with this driver. We're riding along with our race leader, JD Brown, giving away all his secrets of how he does it at USA International. Right now, coming up on the back of one of the slower cars, the 33 machine got caught up in some trouble there earlier. Michael Clay and JD Brown's gonna get the win here, and Scotty Gerbanski gonna come home second. Alexander Balducci, Chris Cox, and Dylan Hutchinson will move on to the C main, where they'll take 5 more to transfer to the B main. Well, they're gonna do 8 and 8 and 5. Is he? Hey, JD Brown's my pick for the championship, so we'll see what happens. As long as he shows up to all the races here this season, it's going to be tough to beat JD Brown. The C main, where Zach DeLong is going to be leading them off into turn 1 because he's sitting on the pole. He's going to be leading this one here. Chris Miller is going to be alongside him in the 56 machine. Second row is going to be Bo DeYoung in the 027. To his outside, the number 18 machine of Jeremy Freeman. Not sure, but we can. We'll try to fix these paint jobs. Maybe we're having an issue here, so we'll try to fix it. 48 cars, you know, sometimes it has an issue. I'm sure most of these drivers are okay, but I believe Jeremy Freeman wasn't in his car during practice, so it didn't download his. So we'll redo it. We'll do it one more time. On the third row, on the inside, it's going to be the number 17 of Justin Sick. On the outside of Justin, it's going to be the number 21 machine of Fry. Fourth row, inside, it's going to be Brennan Lacey in the 714 machine. Outside, it's going to be the 23 of Jonathan Smith. Fifth row is going to go to the 2 of Jack Clevenger on the bottom. The 14 of JD Brown, last race winner, on his outside. Sixth row, the 00 of Scotty Gerbanski. On the outside of him, the 38 of Alexander Balducci. And last but not least in the field, the 24 machine of Dylan Hutchinson. Drivers making their way down the backstretch right now. Paints are 40% right now, so these cars might blink just a little bit. We might see them turn white for a second while their paint updates. Green flag out. The C main is underway. Zach DeLong doesn't get quite the lead like everybody else has tonight. Look at the 027 power by on the inside. Bo DeYoung found some grip down there. Decided he was going to stay out of all that madness. We got trouble further back. Wow, big trouble for Scotty Gerbanski. Scotty's going to lose the pack as they continue to battle up front. Looks like the 18 and the 56 got together right there. That's for the lead. Here comes the 027 of Bo DeYoung one more time. Trying to take advantage of that contact using the bottom line. Did not get the lead just yet. Still battling with the 56 of Chris Miller. Oh, contact. Chris Miller and Bo DeYoung both hard into the outside wall as they come across the start-finish line. And the two of Jack Clevenger just pounds the inside of that 56 of Chris Miller. A lot of damage there. We might see some payback on that one. But no harm, no foul is the way I see it. All right, now we're getting some paint jobs here. Jeremy Freeman, your new leader. Justin Six in second. Bo DeYoung's in third. Jack Clevenger and JD Brown rounds out the top five. JD Brown coming from 10th. He's already gained 5 spots, working his way up towards the front, trying to see if he can run down the 18 of Jeremy Freeman. Jeremy not far in front of him. He's got a couple of cars he has to get around first, but he has a fast modified. That bad racer number 14 is stalking the number 027 of Bo DeYoung. Bo running the same line as him. That might give Jack Clevenger a little bit of a run on the outside. Jack using the high line. The 027 moves up the track just enough for JD Brown to get underneath him. Now JD's up to third. What a run by the 14. Still has time as the 18 of Jeremy Freeman makes a mistake coming off of turn number 2. Still able to hold on to the lead. Justin Sick right there in that 17 machine. Here comes JD Brown as they battle side by side right in front of him for the lead. One mistake, and here he comes sliding 3 wide off of turn number 2. Freeman on the high side, JD Brown on the bottom, the 17 of 6 in the middle. Here comes the 027, and he makes contact with Justin Sick. Justin goes around on the bottom of the racetrack. We have a new leader with 4 laps to go. JD Brown from 10th to 1st in, what, 8 laps, I think it was. Great run there for JD Brown. He was fortunate to have luck on his side there. A couple of mistakes made. A little bit of side-by-side battling for the lead. Opened up the door for him to take over the number 1 spot here. Jeremy Freeman's going to drop back to second. Jack Clevenger holds on to that 3rd spot. Jack looks fast as he pulls up a little bit closer there to the 18 of Freeman. 2 laps to go. Let's take a look at our 5th place. This is the last transfer spot. The 714 has it. The 38 right behind him wants it. The 714 goes up the racetrack. The 38 runs the middle there. They make a little bit of contact. No troubles there, but the white flag does come out. It's going to be one more time around for all of these drivers. Last chance to lock yourself into the B main. The 38 looks like he might be a little bit, all he needs is one little mistake and he's able to pull up side of the 714, but not the momentum. Couldn't get the run off of turn number 4 to lock himself in. The 14 walks away with the win after starting 10th. Jeremy Freeman, Jack Clevenger, Chris Miller, Brennan Lacey are going to move on to the B main. Now we got a good one going on. This is the one that I've been waiting for. The A and the B main, always the best races. a lot of green flag racing this season. We had 1 or 2 cautions last week. 38 lap green flag run. I'm not sure. I have to go back and check, but pretty long green flag run every race this week. So having a good car on the long run is it means a lot here for the SimAddicts Modified Monday Series. So let's take a look who's starting on the pole here for our B main, where 5 drivers will transfer to the main event, the 50 laps. Coming up right after this, David Clymer is going to be on the pole in the 420 machine. Dylan Fox is going to be on his outside in the D1RT, number 919. Bryson Daffern, the number 9 Bad Racing, starting second row inside. On the outside, Bad Racing's own Dustin Hall, the 331. Third row inside is going to be the 225 of Trevor Bitterling. Outside of Trevor is going to be the 27 of Tim Christensen. Fourth rows, the 115 machine, the T1RT driver Jed Barton. On his outside is going to be Nick Daffern in the 96. In the fifth row, Matt Kerperine, the 141 machine. On the outside of Matt, it's going to be the 116 of Brandon Franks. Sixth row, JD Brown, the winner of last race there, the Bad Racing number 14 machine. On the outside of JD's Jeremy Freeman, the 18 car. Seventh row, Jack Clevenger, the number 2. On the outside, it's going to be Chris Miller alongside it. 56 machine. 15th, last but not least, 714 of Brennan Lacey. And we got a lot of fast drivers in this one. Dylan Fox, Bryson Daffern, Trevor Bitterling, Dustin Hall, Nick Daffern, JD Brown. Look out, Matt Kerperine. Green flags out, trouble up front, David Clymer. A little bit of a weird restart there. The Bad Racing number 9 moves it up into the middle of that one. They're going to be 3 wide on the backstretch. The 919 of Dylan Fox takes away the lead. Oh, trouble. The 14 of JD Brown gets caught up in it. Not what he wanted. He's got to finish 5th to make the main event here, but he is too far back. No cautions in this one. That might do it for the 14 machine, the Bad Racing number 14. I hate to see that if that's the case, but they do not have cautions here as this thing is all bunched up. These drivers are side by side. Oh, trouble in the back. You've seen it. Jack Clevenger trying to weave his way through that one. Dylan Fox leading them around. Trevor Bitterling in second right now. Bryson Daffern's trying to make a move on somebody. Who is that? The 225 of Trevor Bitterling. That would be for the number 2 spot if he can do it, as Dylan Fox pulls away with the lead. Top 5 will advance. Let's take a look right now. It's Dustin Hall and David Clymer, along with the 115 of Jeb Barton and the 27 of Tim Christensen, tried to sneak by. Jeremy Freeman and David Clymer are side by side. Clymer running that Clymer timeline. Jack up on the high side, Barton down low, Freeman with nowhere to go, trying to wiggle his way. Here comes Clymer time. Oh, Freeman bobbles, gets down into the grass just a little bit. Slows him down quite a bit. Jack Clevenger Trying to make a move there up front here. The number 9 trying to run down Dylan Fox. Dylan way out front. Can't even see him on your screen. This is the 2nd place, 3rd place, and 4th place drivers. Dylan Fox, Bryson Daffern, and Trevor Bitterling. Matt Kerperine and Brandon Franks rounds out the top 5. Let's take a look at that 5th position right now. It's the 116 of Brandon Franks. Brandon, that last transfer spot, we will throw that up for you. Fox, Dafford, Bitterling, Kerperine, and Franks. Let's check on JD Brown here. JD Brown's already caught up to the 714 machine. So he has caught these drivers, but I believe he's going to run out of time with 3 laps to go. Would be tough. But JD Brown comes from a dead stop and does drive up to the back of the pack here. Nothing's changed up front. Fox, Daffern, Bitterling, Kerperine, and Franks. The white flag's out. This is the final lap here. Dylan Fox will take the checkered flag. Bryson Daffern still battling. Bryson Daffern's locked into that number 2 spot. Trevor Bitterling gonna come home 3rd. Matt Kerperine and Brandon Franks rounds out the top 5 transfer spots here tonight. JD Brown, man, not gonna make it. Yeah, he will. Okay. JD Brown makes the race. Okay. I was curious about that. All right, final practice session here. You got a driver you want to talk to? Let me know who it is and what you want to ask them, and we'll try to find them on the radio here. We got 5 minutes of this final practice session, so make it quick. You want to ask him? We can do that. All right, tonight we got somebody knocking on the door here at the booth, the SRTV Network booth, that is, and I'm gonna let them in. And I'll surprise you. But we'll let him get situated. Then we'll tell you who it is here that showed up tonight. All right, we're gonna try to get a word in with, let's see, Jared Murphy. He said, all right, we can do that. Let's see if we can talk to Jared on the radio. Jared Murphy, it's Jay Weezy. You got a copy?
Yes, sir, I do. How's it going, sir?
Hey, man, how you doing tonight? We know you're always fast out there. How's the car feel?
I'm not doing too shabby myself. A couple beers later, car's doing really good. I know it's fast. Just got to pace myself. Long race here, 50 laps. Hopefully, I put enough fuel in it to make it all the way. I know there's probably going to be a couple cautions, but that's the plan anyway.
Yeah, so, you know, getting it closest to the right amount of fuel is that key here to winning this race here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. I kind of wish more races would come into play with the fuel mileage. I kind of feel like I'm better on throttle than some other of these guys, but, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes.
Oh, absolutely, man. Well, it's going to be tough out there. A lot of fast drivers showed up here tonight. I believe 48 cars showed up. 28 is going to go home. Tyler Holloway says... Tell him I said, shake and bake and bring home the hardware.
I'm going to try, man. Hey, some of the best modified racers in iRacing come over, race with the Sim Addicts. So I'm just glad I finished second in the heat race and made the show. So a lot of good cars went home tonight. Enjoy, man.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, good luck out there, Jarrett.
Thank you.
All right, that was the driver of the 25 machine, Jarrett Murphy. And, I believe we got Climber time. What's up, Climber?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's Climber time tonight here in the SRTV Network booth.
That's right. That's right.
What you got? What do you think's going on out there tonight? You know, what's your expectations for this race? And how's the car feel? How's the track? You know, because you've been out there, you ran some laps. You know what it's like.
Oh man, dude, it was good. It was heat race, that first heat race, you know what I'm saying? Everything was tacky and it felt really good on the bottom. And then I had to go to the B main there, started pole the B main, you know, and it was slick on the bottom. And I knew I was fixing to get freight train on the high side, and exactly what happened. So, you know, with the track being like it is, you know what I'm saying, 50 laps, you got the fastest drivers, you know what I'm saying, some of them on here right now.
Oh, yeah.
So,
oh, yeah. Plenty of them.
I'm glad to see what's fixing to happen.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting, you know, and they all took advantage of that final practice session right there. But, hey, man, it's time to go. Race number 5 is about to get underway here. Practice is over, and we're going to get down to business. So, if you're just now tuning in, hey, I'm Jay Weezy, and tonight we got David Climber. Climber time up in here with me for the Sim Addicts Modified Monday Series here at USA, race number 5. And guess what? Starting on the pole, it's going to be the driver of the 442, Jordan Casey. On the outside of Jordan Casey, it's going to be Trevor Fitz in the 28. Second row inside is going to go to Kendall Tucker. Shad Prescott's going to be alongside him there in that second row. Yeah, Climber time with me tonight here, Hunter. Third row is going to be Clay Devin, the 84 machine. Jared Murphy, we just talked to him, starting on the outside. Fourth row is going to go to Hayden Cardwell, and I believe TJ Coggins did not make the grid, so that's going to advance all the drivers that are up on the outside row up one position. So that's going to put Matthew Everts alongside him. Fifth row is going to go to Jason Minot, the 114, and the 007 of Jacob Fields on the outside. Seventh row is going to be Blake Cannon in the 44 machine. And Joshua Hessen, the 118. Is that right? Dylan Fox, he's also out there. Zane Yost did not make the show, so looks like the grid's a little bit messed up. Bryson Daffern there. Trevor Bitterling, the 225 machine. We have the 141 of Matt Kerperine. And last on the field here, the 20th position, the 116 of Brandon Franks. And Climber, you got a pick for anybody out there here, you think? Who you got winning this one?
Man, don't really know, dude. I know that Hayden looked awful fast the whole race, so
it's going to be tough. They're battling it out already down in the turn number 1. The 442 of Jordan Casey slides up the track. The 28 of Trevor Fitz sticks his nose in there. We got the 34 of Kendall Tucker. He won his heat race. He throws a sliding across the track there all the way up next to the outside wall to take the lead. It's Kendall Tucker, Jordan Casey, Trevor Fitz, Clay Devin, and Shad Prescott, your top 5. What a start to this one, Climber.
oh man, dude, this is crazy, dude. 3 wide on first lap, bro. That's just insane.
Hey, these drivers know how to get around USA International, and right now it's the 06 driver of the number 34 machine, Kendall Tucker. Everybody knows who that guy is. Oh, contact, the 442 of Jordan Casey, the 28 of Trevor Fitz. Wow, and we also...
Still stayed green.
Yeah, no caution on that one. Wow, that's unfortunate. Drops the 442 back to 9th. Jordan Casey drops back to 9th. Let's take a look. Jordan Casey and Trevor Fitz as well. 9th and 10th. They're going to have to work their way back up through the field, and they are doing it. A lot of side-by-side racing going on right now. Dylan Fox in the 919. A lot of D1RT cars, some HRE. What other kind of teams we got out there, Climber?
I've seen Bad Motorsports, VLR's out here, Elite 7's out here.
Big names in the dirt world. These drivers are getting it, that's for sure. Kendall Tucker still the leader, the number 34 machine. He's out front by 7/10 of a second over Clay Devin. And Shad Prescott running strong in the number 3 spot. Jacob Fields and Hayden Cardwell are in the top 5. And it's stacked field here. Blake Cannon in 6th, Jarrett Murphy, Trevor Fitz up to 8th. And Jordan Casey following him up through the field. We're gonna have to keep an eye on all these drivers, so we will.
Yeah, Casey and Fritz, they're making their way back up, that's for sure.
Yeah, they're running the bottom side. What's the big advantage of running the bottom side versus the top?
Well, these big tracks, you know, you can get more momentum coming into the bottom. With the bottom, it is, you know what I'm saying, instead of, you got more track going up, but you've got a longer way to go, you know what I'm saying, if you go to the high side rather than the bottom, but the bottom's slick, so you've got to know how to run a throttle down there.
Yeah, shorter way around, just less throttle and better throttle control. Yeah, I see what you're saying. And you're away from the wall there, so it eliminates your chances of getting into the wall and tearing up your equipment.
That is very true. The only thing you got to watch out there, you know, is just getting loose, you know what I'm saying, especially going in the corner, how slick it is. So.
Yeah, and, you know, we've seen it this season. A lot of these tracks, they get really slicked off, and all the cars are up around the top, riding the cushion. What's the different about USA? Is that what's going to happen here tonight, or is USA different?
I think when it goes on more towards the end, everybody will be up the high side, but everybody's trying to run the bottom right now because everybody, you know what I'm saying, most of the guys are running the high side, so they're trying to eat the bottom up to get to the high side anyway. And looks like Kendall out there, he's, you know what I'm saying, he's running the high side bottom. He's just eating the track up because he's out front. He's got a good lead, so.
Yeah, most of our top 5 drivers were up front running on the bottom. And if you go back to Jordan Casey and Trevor Fitz, those drivers running on the bottom. Blake Cannon up on the high side as well as Hayden Cardwell. And you see the gap between those two, they'd be 6th and 7th. So pretty big gap between Hayden Cardwell and Trevor Fitz. Let's take a look. Let's go back to Trevor Fitz right here. Trevor Fitz leading this little pack of cars right here, the 28 machine. Then we got 919 of Dylan Fox. Then we got Jarrett Murphy, Matthew Everts to round out the top 10. And they're going to go side by side. Dylan Fox moves to the inside. What side's going to prevail here? Looks like the 28 is going to have some momentum, but the 919 throws the hammer down coming off of turn number 2 that time. Great run there by the 919 to be able to hold on to that track position. And he's going to be able to make the pass here. He's clear. That's going to put him up into the 7th position as they are still charging forward, trying to get up to this driver, the 07 of Hayden Cardwell. He's on the tail end of these top 6 drivers, battling with Blake Cannon, trying to put Blake behind him. That's 06 in the 4-4 machine, and Bad Racing right there in the 07.
I tell you what, everybody out here right now is driving phenomenal. We're 16 laps in, no caution. These guys are great.
Oh, it's been like that this whole season. I mean, 30, 40 lap runs. We have a caution late in the race last week, but most of the race, I mean, it's pretty much green flag racing, and that's not always the case in dirt. You know, a lot of times there'll be a lot of cautions, but we got a battle going on. The 41, Shad Prescott, he's all over the inside door of the 007 machine. Jake Fields. Jake held him off there. He held off that 41 machine, but that's going to open up the door for the 06 machine of Blake Cannon. Blake pulls up to the inside. Couldn't make that pass. They're getting up to about 125 going down into turn number 1, and that's on a restart. So I'd say they're hitting about 135. A lot of speed. Let's jump on board with the 44 of Blake Cannon. See, it's got mud all over his visor. These drivers putting on a show right now. Blake Cannon onboard camera. Shad Prescott's right in front of him. Hayden Cardwell in his mirror. Hayden not in his mirror no more. Pulls up to the inside of him as they come off of turn number 4.
Right there coming out of that turn, you just see how slick that bottom actually is.
Yeah, it looks like the line's starting to move up just a little bit there. These drivers are all over each other. You can throw a blanket over these 3 cars. Hayden Cardwell keeps throwing it down in there on the bottom, trying to make something happen. The 919 of Dylan Fox and the 41 of Shad Prescott, them 2 drivers using the bottom. Kendall Tucker out front by 2.1 seconds. So big lead by Kendall Tucker right now as we are approaching halfway through this one. Clay Devin in 2nd, Jacob Fields in 3rd, Blake Cannon in 4th, and Shad Prescott rounds out the top 5. No cautions yet. It's been all green flag racing here for race number 5 for the SimAddicts Modified Monday Series. USA International Speedway. You like this track?
Man, I actually do like this track pretty good. It's long. You can get a lot of speed going down the straightaway. That's what I really like.
Oh yeah, I like it too. You know, not my favorite, but I like it. It's a pretty good track. I like it a lot better than KOKOMO. That's right, Mike.
For sure, for sure.
We got a battle going on still between Hayden Cardwell and Dylan Fox. Let's keep an eye on these two drivers. The 07 right now, right behind Dylan Fox in the number 7 spot. Looking at the times, the gaps between first and second is increasing to 2.4 seconds. I've seen it as big as 2.5 and a half. So Clay Devin reels him in a little bit, and then Kendall Tucker pulls away and makes it a bigger gap. Right now, he's added a half second. Let's take a look at our second place driver, the 84 right there. Nobody around him. He gets to concentrate and just throw down those lap times along with Kendall Tucker. Kendall Tucker might soon to be coming up on a few lap traffic cars, which none of these guys are worthy of being lap traffic. All these drivers are amazing out there on these dirt tracks. So just, you know, having some trouble out there tonight may be the case, but man, these guys are fast.
Yeah, everybody's starting to struggle right now. Everybody's trying to find a line to start running.
We got the 34. Kendall Tucker's moved it back down to the bottom right now. And let's see where Clay Devin's at. Clay Devin in the 84 D1RT machine. He's running down on the bottom as well. That's in second place. What about Jacob Fields? He's running in third. Jacob Fields, he doesn't have much choice because he's got Blake Cannon and Shad Prescott is all over the back end of that machine. So he's just trying to do everything he can to keep it out in front of those drivers. These three have been all over each other for 30 laps now. It looks like they're starting to gain some ground on the 84 of Clay Devin. Jacob Fields starting to get bigger in the mirror of the 84 machine. Let's take a look from the 84 machine. They are killing the high side climber time.
Oh, they're wearing it out, son. But when it gets slick, I mean, that's the only place to go is the high side, you know. That's the only place with the berm, and you got the fresh dirt up there.
Yeah, these drivers looking good up there right now. And Kendall Tucker's been able to maintain that lead, still 2.4 seconds. Clay Devin still biting into it, but then Kendall Tucker will pull it back up to 2.4 seconds. Right now it's down to 2.3, so he has chipped away at it just a little bit, but you gain some, you lose some. It's just hard to hit every lap perfect every lap, and that's my problem, you know, the consistency part of it. Like, I do pretty good at first, and then I start getting a little out of whack.
Yeah, see, that's the way I am too. I'm the same way, you know. When the track starts slicking off, man, I get bad. So I ain't got a lot of throttle control.
Well, I'm always bad. I just start off bad and get worse, you know.
That's right. That's right.
But these drivers are not bad, and watching them makes me want to get out there. They've been running nose to tail the whole time, all over each other. This is for third, fourth, and fifth. And Shad Prescott, he's pulled up into the mix. The 41 machine, not really pulled up into the mix, but there's 4 of them now. They've done caught. Oh, you see a little bit of trouble right there. Some contact slowed these drivers down. That's going to allow Clay Devin exactly what he needed. As we're approaching, we are 15 to go right now. The 25. Let's check out the 25. Jarrett Murphy currently running in 11th position right now. see how bumpy the track's getting? These cars are bouncing down the straightaways now.
Yeah, it's starting to go in there to that B main. It was getting bumpy in that B main too, but now, man, I don't even know if I could hold it down the straightaway wide open.
Well, you was in the booth when I was talking to Jared Murphy, and Jared was talking about fuel mileage. Well, we're watching Jared right now, and he said that, you know, it plays a big role in a track like this, and that there would be a few cautions, so he was going to try to cut it close as possible. No cautions. Oh, now we have a caution. I knew I heard some trouble out there somewhere, and I'm not sure quite what happened. I didn't catch it. Did you catch it? You know
yes,
who it
sir.
was?
It was the 88.
Thomas Coggins. Let's take a look. Let's go back on the replay and let's see what happened to TJ. Oh, TJ, man, been quiet all day. The 88 right now, he's riding behind Brandon Franks in the 116 machine. As we're watching this replay, see what happened. Why are we under caution? That's going to give us a shootout. That's going to allow everybody to pull back. Oh, they just got hooked together there, and it sent
yeah, that's
the
all
88
that was.
around.
It got hooked. Couldn't let go.
Wow. Well, hey, no damage for the 88 machine, and it gives them a chance to rack them back up. I don't think Kendall Tucker wanted to see that, but hey, man, it is what it is. I know a lot of drivers that did want to see it, like Clay Devin.
Oh yeah, I know Jordan, Casey, and Fritz. They was waiting for that one. They was needing the caution bad after that. You know what I'm saying? In a little scuffle in the beginning.
Oh yeah, this restart's going to be Kendall Tucker and Clay Devin on the front row. Blake Cannon and Dylan Fox right behind them. Third row, Shad, Prescott, Hayden, Cardwell. Fourth row is going to be Trevor Fitz and Jordan Casey. Then it's going to be Matthew Everts and Jarrett Murphy, David Sutton and Matt Kerperine, Brandon Frakes and Thomas Coggins. And man, I tell you what, I'm really sad tonight here about JD not making the race. One of my favorite drivers out there in the 14 machine, and unfortunately, it's just what happens in racing. He was caught up in something and couldn't lock himself in the B main, so man, I'm a little upset about that, but hey, it is what it is. These cars are doubled up and they're getting set to go green. It's going to be a 8-lap shootout to the end here, this 50-lap main event for race number 5 with the Sim Addicts. It's going to be a good one.
It's going to be a shootout right here.
Oh yeah, these drivers, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another caution here tonight. Haven't had a caution the whole race, and then at the end you get a caution, it stacks everybody up, and there's only a few laps to go, and then the competition heats up. People start racing like that.
That's right. I want to see how this bottom side prevails right here.
Here we go. The 84 barrels through the corner there on the bottom, pulls right up to the outside, to the inside of Blake Cannon, the 44. Clay Devin looking good down on the bottom. Kendall Tucker slides up the track just a little bit, gets a good run off. Blake Cannon using the higher line there. Same line that Kendall Tucker's running right now. Right now it's Tucker, Cannon, and Devin, your top 3. Dylan Fox and Shad Prescott rounds out the top 5, and right out of the top 5 is Hayden Cardwell and Trevor Fitz. And we got a race brewing up here in this one. 6 laps to go. Kendall Tucker's back in his groove. He's opened up a little bit of a lead over Blake Cannon. Blake Cannon and Kendall Tucker, as well as Clay Devin. Still your top 3. Pretty much single file right here. All of these drivers running almost identical times. the top two drivers with the fastest of that group. 23.75 for Kendall Tucker and Blake Cannon. That time by, Blake Cannon was a tick faster than Kendall Tucker. Blake Cannon might be getting closer to the back of that number 34 machine.
Yeah, we've definitely got a shootout here.
That lap as well, Blake Cannon was a tick faster once again. Kendall Tucker might have to step it up just a little bit if he wants to get the win. Here comes the 919 of Dylan Fox. Dylan Fox was the fastest the last time by. Dylan Fox ran a 23.8. This time, Dylan Fox and Blake Cannon ran a 8. Kendall Tucker ran a 9. So second and third, just a little bit faster than Kendall Tucker, but Kendall Tucker's been a little bit slower the last 3 times. And here comes Blake Cannon. He's got it on the inside. White flag is out. It's the last chance for Blake Cannon to take the win here from Kendall Tucker after Kendall led every lap here tonight. Off of turn number 4 for the final time. Blake Cannon all over the back of Tucker, but Kendall Tucker will get it. What a race for the end for the checker flag.
Phenomenal racing.
Wow, Kendall Tucker. Congratulations to the 34 machine of Kendall Tucker. What a great finish for all these drivers. I really enjoyed that, man. Those guys, they put on a great show. All right, let's take a look at our race results here for tonight's race. Give me just 1 second here. All right, let's pull it up. The race results for tonight are like it is. Kendall Tucker, Blake Cannon, and Dylan Fox rounds out the top 3. Clay Devin, Hayden Cardwell, Trevor Fitz, Jordan Casey, David Sutton, Michael Everts, and Jared Murphy are going to finish in the top 10. TJ Coggins is going to come home 11th. 12th is Brandon Franks. 13th is Matt Kerperine. 14th goes to Shad Prescott. 15th is Jacob Fields. 16th, Bryson Dafford. 17th goes to Trevor Bitterling. 18th is Jason Minot. 19th is Joshua Hessen. And 20th, to round out the field, Zane Yost gonna come home 20th. And all 20 of those drivers are, man, smoking hot, fast drivers. They know how to throw down some lap times. So let's take a look. Let's get a word in with our top 3 finishers, starting off with the driver of the number 919 machine, Dylan Fox. Climber, you want to do the honors? Oh, Climber's.
Yes, sir. What's up?
I'm going to pull in Dylan Fox. Here we go. Dylan Fox, is Jay Weezy got a copy?
Yeah, how you guys doing?
Hey, man, doing good. I know it was a tough night for you there. Got caught up a little bit early, dropped all the way back to 9th, maybe 10th, and fought your way back up, man. How tough was it out there?
It was pretty tough. Track was really rough. I just kind of tried to mind my own business on the bottom. I seen a lot of guys up front running that slider line, so I was just trying to do what I could on the bottom, pick a few guys off here and there.
What was the deal with the slider line? Was it the fastest way around the track because you get up to the wall and get the momentum, or do you think the bottom was still the fastest there at the end?
I mean, it was pretty close. The bottom was there, but you had to hit it a lot. You had to hit it perfect, and with that slider line, you had a little, leeway. You could miss it a little bit, and you wouldn't lose as much speed.
Yeah, the track looked really bumpy out there. I know that the front stretch it had a lot of bumps and everything. But how was you able to overconquer?
The biggest thing is just not like trying to steer it when you're going over the bumps. Just keep the wheel straight, and I mean, you should be fine. A lot of tracks get them bumps like that, and people try steering all over the place, and you know that's what gets them in trouble.
Hey man, you guys did awesome out there though. You started 16th, man, worked your way up through the field to finish 3rd tonight. Anybody want to think?
Just all my teammates at D1RT. A lot of them guys are good tonight. All of us but one made the main, so just shout out to them guys.
Yeah,
We're
man.
kind of set today.
Big shout out to the D1RT guys, man. They always show up, man, and I always enjoy watching you guys out on the track. So good job out there, Dylan.
Thank you.
Good job, bud.
All right, let's pull down the driver of the number 44 machine, Blake Cannon. Blake, it's Jay Weezy, got a copy?
Yes, sir.
And you're always like starting in the back, a little bit further back. Tonight, you started 13th and came up through the field there to finish 2nd. Man, tell us about it.
Yeah, not one of my best racetracks for sure, but I figured while I was back there, I might as well put on a show for the fans, right?
Oh yeah, man, and you know, in the closing laps, you know, after that caution had come out, you was pretty much faster than Kendall Tucker there. You actually pulled up on the inside of him. What kept you from making that pass?
Yeah, I could tell from early on I was really good. You know, I just started working in that top side a little bit. You know, starting way back in the field and just started picking them off. And I could tell in that long green flag run that I was really, really good. I had run down the people in front of me fairly quick. So with the caution, with about 10 to go, I knew it was probably my chance to get in the 2nd at least. And then I made a couple of mistakes here and there, but I really felt like I was faster than Kendall. But, you know, at the end of the day, he's my team. You know, I'd rather us finish 1-2 than wreck each other for the win anytime.
Hey, absolutely, man. Both of you drivers did a phenomenal job out there tonight, and you always like coming up through the field, though. I did play around with you out there in the NIS race. I don't know if you knew it was me or not, but we were around each other quite a bit, man. And unfortunately, we both got caught up in something there towards the end. But hey, man, I had a lot of fun with you, man. Good job out there tonight, finishing 2nd. Anybody want to thank?
Yeah, the NIS race is always interesting for sure. I enjoy switching back and forth from dirt to asphalt to really hone my skills.
You was fast, too.
Thank you. No, I just got to thank Z6. Everybody at 06 Motorsports, they put in a lot of effort. Kendall and Jordan, they do a heck of a job, so got to give a big shout out to them. You know, I want to apologize to Jacob Fields. I got into him probably about 30 or 20 to go. That one was on me, so I want to apologize to him. But other than that, I want to thank Easy Go, Augusta Aquatic, you know, Supermoon Graphics. Just everybody that puts a part into this team. It's a lot of fun to come out here and run modified and put on a show.
Hey, man, it was a pleasure to be able to watch you out there once again, and always a pleasure to call the races that you're in. You guys did a great job as a team, man. Good job to your teammates. And, hey, man, till next time.
I appreciate it, man. You do a good job.
Hey, appreciate
Have a good
it.
one, bud. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's talk to the winner tonight. If we can, if he would bless us. Kendall Tucker, Shay Weezy, got me.
Yes, sir.
How'd you do it, man? Here you come back one more time, and you just walk all over these guys. You led 50 laps tonight. Domination.
Yeah, the car was pretty much flawless the entire night. Up in there towards the end, on the start right there, I knew I had to make a move. It looked like Jordan and Trevor kind of slipped up a little bit, and kind of had a good enough gear to be able to pull on the bottom like that and to not spin the tires. So we was 3 wide right there on the back stretch on the first lap, and I just went in through a slider in 3. I knew there was a lot of moisture and coming off 4, so I just caught it just right and just kind of just set sail from there. Like I said, the car was just super flawless. I think it kind of helped everybody. It was right in front of me. I don't know if it was intentional or what, but that's another story for another day. But just pretty good run.
Yeah, man, you went on a long green flag run there, pulled out to about 2.5 seconds there, and then the caution come out. Man, what was going through your mind then?
I just wanted to hopefully get a good restart right there. There was a bunch of fast guys behind me, and I just one little slip up, it'll cost you whenever it bunches everybody back up. I found a good rhythm out there, just kind of setting my own pace. Just checking the interval lap by lap, and I was just pulling away just little by little every lap, and this consistency is super key, especially on this big track. One little slip up can cost you 2/10. So, but yeah, it was a pretty good night.
Yeah, and I know you've seen old Blake Cannon getting really close to you there at the end. He kind of got to your inside there with a couple laps to go, and fortunately you held him off there to bring home the win. You guys did a great job as a team, man. Anybody want to thank?
Oh yeah, I gotta give a big shout out to all the guys at Z6. I gotta thank Jim Emery with Supermoon Graphics. Just everybody that makes this thing go around for us. It's a good time to get on here. I've been busy with baseball since 10 o'clock this morning. Got home about 8:30, and just popped on for the race. To get on here and pretty much dominate like that, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, man, you really know how to wheel these things around, and it's always a pleasure talking to you and watching you out there on the track, man. Good job tonight, dominating this one.
Oh yeah, it was phenomenal.
Thank you always for broadcasting. I can't wait to go back and watch it, and I gotta thank all the guys at SimAx for putting this on. It's the first time I was able to race this season so far after winning the championship last season. So to come back after winning the championship like I did last season, and to pick up a win. I think there was about 49 cars registered.
Yeah.
For this, so, it was a good win.
Oh yeah, man. If you do go back and watch it, you probably won't see a whole lot of yourself because I can't just show you riding around in circles out there. But hey, man, it was fun.
Well, I guess that'll save me a little bit of time. I gotta get some sleep.
See you, man. He's right. It will save him a little bit of time because, I'm not just going to show him out there riding around. He did dominate this one 50 laps here for race number 5 with the SimAddicts, the Modified Monday Series at USA International Speedway. And we will be back next week for race number 6. And next week, guess where we're going, Climber? Lanier. And we know we got some good racing coming up at Lanier.
Oh yeah, it's going to be another phenomenal race.
Hey man, if you get a chance, come back up here with me. I really enjoyed it, and hopefully everybody else out there enjoyed it. That's gonna do it for tonight's race here. For David Clymer, I'm Jay Weezy. Everybody, have a good night and keep getting dirty.